Hi, it's Emma. Welcome back to the Holistic Wealth Podcast. Today we are talking about collagen. What if I told you that your body starts producing less collagen every single year, and you will probably not notice it until you begin to see it in the mirror, feeling it in your joints, or wondering why recovery takes longer than usual. Maybe you have already received some of those signs. In this episode, we are going to have a little conversation what we could do about it. But this is not just another supplement episode. As always, this little, at first glance, tiny aspect actually relates to the bigger picture, as with everything in the holistic wealth approach. Here we are not just talking about beauty or just talking about diet or just talking about self-leadership or just talking about entrepreneurship. Here we recognize how all these things relates to one another. Okay, but let's dive in to the topic of today, the topic of the body's structural protein. And that is collagen. And it is the most abundant protein in the human body. It works like the body's internal framework, providing strength, structure, and elasticity to many different tissues within the body, including the skin, joints, bones, muscles, and all the connective tissues. And I know that there are many women out there that wants to start to eat collagen, mostly for their looks, to get smoother skin, less wrinkles, or less showable wrinkles anyway. But collagen as a supplement is often a little expensive to many people. And here's the thing, there is no such thing as too expensive or too cheap, because it all relates to your starting point, what finance that you have at this time being. But I know that many people feel like collagen is a little bit too expensive, especially if they want to take it just for their looks. And I know clients that feel that they are not worthy of that investment. But that's why I wanted to take a little different approach in this episode, because first of all, you are always worth the greatest investment. Always, always, always. But I also know how easy it is to talk ourselves out of things, because we know that the money needs to go, or the investment, whatever that is, money or time, also has to go to different areas of your entire life situation. And maybe you have kids to provide for and so on, and you feel like, maybe this is a little bit selfish of me. And that's the reason why I want to give you some other reasons why you actually are worthy of a nice looking skin, but by also finding other factors why it is great for you. Just then the appearance is a way to trick the mind, because just let me say this, I don't think that you ever should feel like wanting to look good is shallow or selfish, because it all relates. But as said, this is just a way to trick that mind of yours. So to begin with, the number one reason why many people want to take supplements or want to try to find better diet to eat more collagen is for this reason, and that is that collagen helps improve the skin's elasticity and hydration while supporting a firmer and more youthful appearance. And studies has shown that it also helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. But you probably knew all of that. But collagen is also an essential component of cartilage. And by supporting your collagen levels, because as I said in the beginning, the body produces less and less of it every year. And by supporting it through your diet or supplements, it can help you reduce joint discomfort, improve mobility, and also maintain that healthy joint function. And then we have the bones within your body, which collagen provides much of the structural framework for the bones. And so by maintaining healthy collagen levels can help preserve bone density and reduce the risk of age-related bone loss. And I have this thing that I call the zoom in, zoom out perspective, where the zoom out perspective is when we see the bigger picture, both in terms of the endless possibilities and that everything is possible. But sometimes that bigger picture can be so, it can frighten us and we get completely lost in where to start. So then I often teach the zoom in perspective, where you can actually zoom in to this very, very present part of the journey where we are today, where you can start from what is the first step you can take and so on. And this is often especially helpful when people have big goals. But the same perspective, I think, applies here when we maybe want to eat a healthier diet, work out, all of those things for our to feel comfortable in our bodies, feel that we look good, feel that we're taking care of ourselves. The focus on the appearance. And there's nothing wrong in that, because if it helps you, first of all, it's nothing wrong wanting to look good. Secondly, because beauty has gotten such a bad reputation due to the makeup and due to the industry. Because just because you want to apply some makeup in the morning doesn't mean that you define yourself by your looks. And also, I don't think that you should ever define yourself by anything outside yourself or your current identity or self-image or talents and skills or results and so on. But in this case, applying the zoom in, zoom out perspective, knowing that, things that I do today for shallow, quote, reasons actually supports me in the bigger picture, because we all know about people that are older that have had, really bad accidents due to bone loss. So that is also a very great angle to understand the value of investing in a normal collagen level, since we need to help the body since it does no longer produce it, or produce less at least. Collagen also contains the amino acid glycine, I think that is the right pronouncement, which supports muscle growth. And if you are someone that are spending hours in the gym, working out and so on, you want the results of that. You want your muscles to thrive, and you also want to see how your muscles thrives, so that you get that instant reward when you look in the mirror. And I know that many women who knows that they need to eat more protein by the time they turn 30, also, once again, the body doesn't produce as much anymore, especially for women. And many people eat protein powder supplements. I do too, and I think that is great. But most of the products out there does not contain any collagen. And that's the reason why we often need to add that as well. So what I do is that I eat both what should we say, normal protein powder. And that's just because I think it tastes so good and I like to use it when I bake like my low carb or sugar-free desserts and things like that. But I had completely missed out on the collagen. That's why I am so excited about Nu Skin's collagen, but more on that later. And one of the reasons that I actually did this little list was because I recognized the objections from myself. Because as I said, collagen is a supplement that costs a little bit, maybe the double of what protein powder costs. I don't know. I don't have the numbers in my head. Sorry, I'm japping, but this is a japping podcast, so we will go with it. And the next reason why you need collagen, and this is also related to beauty to many, and that is that you get healthier nails and hair, because collagen strengthens brittle nails and it nourishes the hair follices. I don't know how to pronounce that, but anyway, it's supporting thicker, healthier looking hair and stronger nails. This next benefit on the list with collagen was something that I had completely missed out on, and that is that collagen improved gut health. I had no idea about this, and I have EBS, so I have a lot of problems with my gut from time to time. But collagen can actually, based on the research that I have done this far, help support and repair the protective lining of the digestive tract. And here are some things that you maybe didn't know about collagen. There is actually more than 28 different types of collagen in the body, but these 3 are the most important. We have type 1, which you find in skin, tendons, ligaments, bones, and organs. And that type of collagen, as how I understand it, can support skin firmness, healthy hair and nails, and bone strength. And then we have the type 2, which is the elastic cartilage, I don't know how to pronounce that, which can support joint health, flexibility, and mobility. And then there is the type 3, which is found in muscles, blood vessels, lungs, and intestines. And the primary function of that is structural support for muscles, skin, blood vessels, and the digestive system. And there is, I would say, 2 ways to increase your collagen intake, because you need to take it in in order to support your body. And the first one is through food, obviously. And foods that are naturally rich in collagen is bone broth made from slow cooked bones. Yes, you heard me right. You can actually buy bones in the freeze discs in the freezer cabinets at the grocery store. In gelatin, I actually use from time to time a lot of gelatin when I bake to make those foam. I don't know what it's called. They are this white sweet treats, and of course I have stevia in it to make them sugar-free. But you can also find collagen in chicken, in the skin of the chicken. And other foods naturally rich in collagen is fish, and particularly the skin and connective tissues. And my approach to supplements is, for me anyway, is to always try to find it in the food first, to make sure that I eat enough. Take eggs, for example. I eat a lot of eggs daily, both for the protein, because due to the D vitamin, and thirdly, and of course, that is a very important aspect as well to me is that I love eggs. But still, I don't get enough protein often. So I eat supplements. I eat protein powder daily and elaborate in the kitchen to create new delicious desserts using the protein powder. And also that D vitamin is something that I also need to add as a supplement to get enough. And I actually take the double dose than recommended. And that is because I heard that you cannot get too much D vitamin. I saw this at the news many years ago. I don't even look at the news, but anyway. But the doctor or whatever he was there at that time actually said that you can double the dose, especially if you live in the north, where you don't get enough sun during the winter periods, because if you actually reached the limit, you will just pee it out. So my approach is food first, but where I feel that I cannot get up to the recommendation, then I try at least as much as possible to make sure that my body vehicle get it the needed fuel, the needed service through supplements. And since I've already started to buy products from New Skin, and I started with their Life Pack supplement, obviously I'm going to try their collagen as well, because I heard so great stories about how women have had great results from that. So if that is something that you are interested in, I will leave a link in the description below so you can check it out. And this is not an affiliate link. It's actually, if you choose to try this supplement out, their collagen, it is actually you buying directly from my store, because I have become partner with New Skin. Since I already believe in the products and have started to use them, heard great results that people had, and as long as I enjoy what I see and believe in the product, why not serve you as well, giving you access to buy the products that I talk about here. And then other important tip before we close this is very important due to the research that I made for this episode, is that vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis. Without enough vitamin C, your body cannot efficiently produce or utilize the collagen. So whether you are going to try supplement or try to add it by your diet, for best results, pair collagen-rich foods or collagen supplements with vitamin C foods such as citrus fruits, berries, bell pepper, kiwi, broccoli. Yeah, make sure to pair it with C vitamin. I hope you found some use of this episode. If you like the idea of the holistic wealth and holistic health perspective, make sure to subscribe to me on Substack, link below. And just let me end this by saying, whether or not you decide to take collagen supplement or simply become more intentional about eating collagen-rich food, that is not the core pointer of this episode. The point with episodes like this, where we dive a little bit nerdy, if you will, into a specific, very niche topic, is not about thinking that using the zoom in perspective is what makes that matter more than anything else. We will often hear zoom in dive deeper into different topics that relates in the holistic wealth approach and zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. And that is what holistic health and this holistic wealth podcast is all about. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to me on Substack, and I hope that you will join me soon.
I was down and out and feeling alone beside you in our home, but I couldn't exist with you by my side. Oh no, but I know there's a place to be without you as my enemy. I can't pretend this game no more. Please let me out.